we were one of the core organizations that was working very closely with the league, um, to restructure, rethink, and determine the future of the Overwatch League at the time. And it became, I think it's pretty clear, that the league as designed had to change. Whether the change would be something more similar to what the Call of Duty League did, which was maintain the structure and then adapt internally, or whether it needed to be dissolved and then restarted. I guess we can debate, but that model for that league just was not positioned to be successful, either for the teams or for the publishers or the developers, maybe even for the fans and the players. So drastic change had to happen, and there was various opportunities, and I'm not dissatisfied with the way that it ended. Um, but I do think there were models that we could have used that. Again, I would point out the Call of Duty League model as being an outstanding transition. I think we're very happy with the way the Call of Duty League evolved and the direction that that's taken. And I am sad a little bit that the Overwatch League didn't move in that direction, but I don't think we have the support there to do that transition like we did in the Call of Duty League.
You don't think there was the possibility that maybe Overwatch League could have potentially done the same thing as the Call of Duty League, and as you say, like having more of an internal change. As I understand, in the Call of Duty League, we have stuff. They have things like the minimum salaries are gone, the franchise initial franchise payments given back to the teams, all that kind of detail. And I just felt like, is there not that opportunity? Was that opportunity not quite on the table for Overwatch League? Is that not a possibility at all? It seemed quite strange to me that the way it sounds, especially from what you're saying, but also what I gathered from some of the other teams as well, in terms of the two different sorts of leagues here, that the CDL offering was clearly much better in terms of what they wanted to do in terms of reshuffling and readjusting their league compared to the Overwatch League, and that seemed quite strange to me. So I guess, was that not available for Al at all?
Look, as I was saying, it begins with the developer and then the publisher kind of working in tandem together. And I think Call of Duty is got a different development team, and frankly, the Activision side, and the Overwatch League, has Team Four, and they've got the Blizzard side, and so it begins there with the desire to kind of go forward. I know that there were some difficult discussions internally at Activision Blizzard on both sides in terms of the future of these, and some difficult decisions that needed to be made. And Call of Duty benefited from the fact that there was a smaller number of teams. There was only 12 teams. Most of them were in North America. Um, and I think it was a simpler path forward. Overwatch had more teams. It was global. I think practically speaking, um, it would have been much more difficult to move in the direction that we did in the Call of Duty League. I do think, aspirationally, I would love to see an Overwatch League or OWCS evolve into, the Call of Duty League model at some point. Um, though again, it's a little tougher because look, Call of Duty is fundamentally a North American game. It's console based. It is kind of marketed, I would say, America first. Europe is very strong. As you know, we're holding the first Call of Duty major in Madrid in partnership with Movistar Koi, which is our team in Spain. We're having a lot of excitement from French teams and fans and English fans. So I think we're going to have an incredible event in Europe for the Call of Duty League. But that's basically it. The market for Call of Duty, maybe a little bit in Latin America, whereas the best players in the world for Overwatch are in Asia, in particular in Korea, and it it just that brought in complexities. Never mind what was going on in China, that probably made it difficult to continue in the way that we did with Call of Duty League.
If you enjoyed that clip, the full episode is linked below. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a new episode.